Parliament has 4 oversight committees directly responsible to check on government excess expenditure and abuse of public funds. They include the Public Accounts Committee (PAC), the Local Government Accounts Committee, Committee on Statutory Authorities Commission and State Enterprise (COSASE), and the Committee on Government Assurance. However, the Public Accounts Committee, under the leadership of Terego County MP Kasiano Wadri, says a number of reports so far made have not found a slot on the floor.
We have submitted a report on the Dura cement compensation. We have submitted a report on the Bugiri-Jinja Highway road reconstruction. We have prepared a report on beachside development services /NFA, where a lot of money was also paid to beachside development services. We have also submitted and prepared a report on the export trade, where government of Uganda lost large sums of money, on the rehabilitation and reconstruction of the Namamve Industrial Park. These reports have not been debated.
So I think that in February, when we start the next part of the session, we should start with those reports. So the reports on the Public Accounts Committee. The other committees have not reported. COSAS has not reported. Local Government Accounts has not reported. But they will be given time. That one you can be sure.
However, Parliament's efforts in scrutinizing the Auditor General's reports with a view of carrying out further investigations and prosecution has been hampered by government laxity.
I do not know how far the executive has gone, because in our recommendations we did recommend that the police interest themselves in some of those cases and carry further investigations with a view of preferring charges.
If I had the opportunity, I would give you a record of events where DPP, where CID, where IGG, where the judiciary has handled several cases related to corruption.
Nevertheless, some ministers were forced to resign and others stepped aside, while others were prosecuted in courts of law.
Parliament in unison resolved unanimously about actions on key people who were involved in that scam. And you also know that after that report, endless caucus meetings were held, and very unfortunately chaired by His Excellency the President.
Even when the parliamentary committees are empowered with the judicial powers of the High Court, Parliament has a remit and they cannot prosecute.
The police have got inquisitorial powers of charging through the office of the DPP, charging and prosecuting, which powers we don't. The judiciary have got adjudicating powers to try those who are brought before them. I cannot be the one to say, take him there. I can recommend, but the other arms of government should be able to take.
The 9th Parliament has shown commitment to the fight against corruption, but talking alone may not be enough to stamp out the vice.
We should make a law to allow Parliament to go to court itself to prosecute some of this, because some of the cases you see really that the evidence is overwhelming. But when you give it to police or DPP or IGG, somehow you see a case being lost.
However, the government says 2 bills to fight the vice will soon be tabled in Parliament.
We are coming up with asset recovery bill. This bill is going to help us go further, not only to convict the person, but to go further and follow where this lost property has ended up in. Then there is the anti-money laundering bill, which is also on the floor of Parliament. Soon it will be brought ahead and will be enacted into law. That bill again is going to give us the leverage to pursue accounts of persons.
Despite the anti-graft efforts, some of the MPs have also been accused of perpetuating corruption.
Corruption is everywhere. It is from the President's office, Prime Minister's office, judiciary, Parliament. Here there is corruption, churches, up to homes.
You will never not be shocked if investigation was made to discover that a number of members of Parliament are equally corrupt.
I'll give you an example. Recently we sent members of Parliament to go to attend a meeting in America. Out of 30, only 14 reached, but they were reaching on different dates. Others even reached when they were closing the meeting. The 16 were never seen. And surely this is very dangerous.
Jingo Francis, NTV.